Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some crazy news going on with the PlayStation 6. Now, as I know, we're still on the PlayStation 5 hype cycle, don't get me wrong, but there is always that ongoing rumor and information when it comes to the upcoming consoles. And the PlayStation 6 apparently has already now been shown off. It apparently already exists, apparently it's in real life, and apparently now some big dev companies may have had a chance to either at least discuss it, or as well had a chance to maybe have a hands-on in development with it too as well. So we're gonna go talk about this, although I do want to say this is based on a rumor, but I want to go talk about how cool this is, how nifty this is, how schmastic this is. I don't know, I'm kind of both random words at this point, but basically it's kind of a cool idea, cool vibe. And of course as well, there's gonna be even more bigger PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6 games now technically apparently announced, being worked on. Just a lot of really cool stuff coming out in the whole league world. So you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy the future of the PlayStation 6, because I think it's looking pretty nice. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on here, our second channel for the entries for the PS5 Pro giveaway, and of course check out the Twitter link down below for both the easy follows as well. And I would of course want you guys to hang out there and chill if you guys would like, and say hi in the Twitch stream. We're probably live right now, and also for your follow giveaway stuff. So let's go dive on into it. As I mentioned, PS5 Pro, kind of the main thing right now. We have a few years away from the PlayStation 6, but these big tech companies are never not working. They're always working on something, and they obviously take a very long time nowadays for games to come out. If you guys do look at most games, it usually takes anywhere from like 3 to 7, 8, maybe sometimes as big as 10 years for a proper game of like a huge development cycle to come out. Making things in unique textures and graphics. They're like, even just making a random bed, table, weapons, whatever it might be in a game, if it's a big game, and if it's an expensive game, and if it's a brand new cutting edge game, or even like a PS6 launch title, all that stuff is pretty hardcore. But one thing apparently we keep on seeing rumors on, also, again, keep your expectations in set, rumors, Sony has now been reportedly showing off the PlayStation 6 console, which is crazy. So Sony has reportedly already showing off its brand new PlayStation 6 console. The company apparently revealed the console, or at least now a prototype, at September's Tokyo Game Show. The rumor arrives from Anton Longviv, a Russian journalist. He revealed on Telegram that Sony, who had skipped the Tokyo Game Show the last few years, showcased the PlayStation 6 console to select partners, leading the larger than expected attendance numbers. Longdiv, however, did not indicate whether the Sony revealed the PS6 games running on the next-gen console, or if it only revealed the hardware plans to its partners interested in developing for the platform. Sony has given no indication the rumor is correct, so keep that in mind, and has yet to announce any release schedule for this console. But I also want to remind everyone, this is kind of like the typical run of what we'd expect. The PS5 Pro, we saw leaks of it about a year before it came out, and obviously those leaks were pretty spot on. And of course, it took like a week, 2 weeks before the console even came out, before PlayStation even mentioned it. So obviously there's going to be some inner workings over there, special meetings, if you will, and it's going to be some kind of nifty stuff. Like, I myself am looking forward to the PlayStation 6. Now, it's still kind of far away. Right now, I just got my PS5 Pro, so I'm more looking forward to that. We got a few years. If you guys are even trying to get your own PS5 or the Pro, we got some time. And this is not like it's going to happen the next 1 or 2 years. I'd probably say 3 if the best, and even then, that's maybe where like we start seeing a lot more rumors and stuff flying. Like, it's okay, we got some time. They're not going to release it next year. Like, if you guys buy a Pro, you guys buy a normal console, I think you're going to be chill. But it's kind of cool because they do want to have more games. They want to work on more remasters. And as we've made a video on the PS6 a few days ago, right now they're using the PS5 PSSR technology to kind of go and start building up an AI catalog to make future games better. Now, as we probably know, like, the more AI information you have, the better result it gets. It's machine learning. So you have to put the time to make the machine start kicking on and start learning. So the more people who utilize and buy the PS5 Pro means the PlayStation 6 will even be even better. Because we kind of made a big idea and concept that the future of games as a whole is going to really have to be focused on AI integration, AI hosting, AI everything. Because more where that means that, just you can't optimize stuff forever. Like, you can't make 18K graphics that actually seems like it's matterful. You want to have more efficiency. You want to have more, so basically it's that point you need software. Hardware still gets better, but also gets bigger, gets harder to go manage, uses more power, uses more electricity. Look at the 2000 series GPUs to the 5000 series GPUs. Completely different ballpark. Way bigger on the 5,000 side, way better, but uses a lot more energy. It's just, people usually like smaller rather than bigger and bulkier. I don't actually mind bigger and bulkier if it's a better product. By the way, it seems like right now there is a lot of talks going on for the PlayStation 6, where a lot of people are bringing up PlayStation 6 at the Sony showcase, its next console to key partners at TGS, according to rumors. And what this kind of means is that we're also seeing huge amounts of remasters apparently planned and also bigger games coming out. So right now, this is the time that these companies would be touching base and hitting it up. Like, hey, EA, do you want to go make a Battlefield game for us in the next Battlefield? I think there's one that's in the works right this second. That'll most likely be a PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X game. But let's say the next Battlefield. Or as well, other really big major games such as Ubisoft games, like Assassin's Creed games. We want to start getting some of those huge games to maybe launch on PlayStation 6. Obviously, you want to have bigger people like GTA 6 launching on PlayStation 6. That'll most likely be a PS5 Pro launch, but either way, you want to have it both launch in tandem. You want to be like, hey, Rockstar, get a day one release on PS6 or the first year. We don't mind if you milk the PS5 Pro for a little bit, then go to the 6, hit it up. Because if you kind of see, PlayStation's been doing this for other games. Black Myth Wukong was a PlayStation 5 release title. Released on PS5 first before Xbox. Baldur's Gate, we've talked about this on the channel quite a bit. So obviously those games are important and integral to PlayStation. They want to be setting up these meetings because some of these big AAA games, even PlayStation Studio games, will go and take a very long time. They can, like I said, take up to 5 years. So what exactly would be 5 years from now? As I mentioned at the start, I'd expect maybe a 3 to 4 year-ish cycle for the PlayStation 6, based on how they did the PS2 to PS3 to PS4 with the pros intermixed as well. It just makes sense. So if you want to have a game that's coming out, let's say you hear about Persona 6, some crazy weeb game. Let's go and say you heard about Bloodborne 2. Let's say maybe, for hypothetical, we know Death Stranding is coming out sooner, but let's say Death Stranding was still in the works. Games like this, you want to be like, hey, how about you still maybe releasing the PS5 Pro, but maybe you work on the PS6 version. We'll go give you dev kits. We'll give you the special software to make it. We'll give you the specs of what we're looking for. Roughly, we still have a few years to finalize it out. And let's go make you guys make a banger game. Because if we're seeing stuff of 6-7 years without any doubt in my mind in the 2030s, which is kind of giving me an existential crisis to even think about that it's even a possibility, that's even going to happen. That's crazy to think about, but you have to prepare. You're a big multiple billion-dollar company and you're competing with the biggest company on the planet, Microsoft. You have to have a very big and busy roadmap. You have to make sure the future is looking bright. And right now you want to work in these games. So Sony has big PS5 and certainly PS6 remasters also planned. I have a statement by the Nixies software employees, anything to go by. Following the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered for PS5 and PC, which is in development at Nixies, a dev suggested that the studio will be working on even more PS6 projects. So basically, we also had other stuff too as well from Reset Era, which is a big, basically, I don't say hacker, just leaking forum. Saying screenshot of a week-old LinkedIn post by an aforementioned Nixies dev was published on Reset Era, with the poster understandably redacting their name and position to avoid putting them in a spotlight unnecessarily. After 5 PlayStation 5 PC ports, the first big PlayStation content project from Nixies Software is coming up. The post reads, the project being referred to here is the Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, which I still don't really know if they need that, but whatever. The dev mentioning that this is the first big PlayStation content project for Nixies has fans convinced that there's more of these also in the works, hence PlayStation 6 games coming in the near future. This shouldn't come as a surprise because in June 2023, Nixies Software's Cohen Frodenfeld confirmed in an official video that the studio was working more and more on creating remasters. It looks like the studio, which specializes in PC ports, is also coming now to console development, which, as we've had a chance to go and see, leads towards future games and future projects, which means PS5 Pro remasters, remakes, new games, and as well also PlayStation 6, depending on the timeline. So I think all this is coming together pretty cool. I think they're kind of sending out those early feelers. We'll probably get little baby bits and pieces of information from the PlayStation 6 over time. Obviously, right now they're focused on the PS5 Pro. Like we want that GTA 6. We want some upcoming, Wolverine games and stuff like that. It's going to run phenomenal. But until we get that, we're not going to get anything for the PS6. So we got to wait a little bit longer for it, but I'm excited. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on here, our second channel, and follow the Twitter links down below for the PlayStation 5 Pro giveaway. Same with the Twitch as well. I appreciate you guys all very much for watching, and leave a like, your thoughts, and comments down below.